Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Aamna Shahbaz, subject specialist in English at Divisional Public School and College Sahiwal. Dear students, welcome to all of you in our today's English lesson. Today we shall do reading and explanation of the story of the Ransom of Red Chief. The Ransom of Red Chief is a story written by O. Henry. Objectives: to enable the students to be familiar with the text, to enable them to read the text with correct pronunciation, and in this lesson we should also explain the text in their own words. The story, The Ransom of Red Chief, has four main characters. The first one is Sam. Sam is the story's narrator. He tricks others into giving him money. Sam would be defining story and describing. We shall see different words like I, we, me, us, my friend Bill, saying by the narrator. Sam. Bill Driscoll is Sam's partner in crime, the crime of kidnapping. Johnny Dawson. Johnny Dawson is basically a rat chief. He is a 10-year-old boy whom Sam and Bill kidnap for ransom money. Ebenezer Dawson is actually Johnny's father, who is actually a wealthy man. So we shall see on page number 15, the paragraph 1. We were down south, to the side of south. We were going down south in Alabama. Bill. Alabama is the name of the place in America. For Bill Driscoll and myself. By myself here we mean Sam is describing the story. When this kidnapping idea struck us, Bill and me had about $600, and we needed just $2,000 more to buy some land in western Illinois. We planned that family love is strongest. Family love is strongest. By this phrase we mean family love is more powerful in semi-rural, which are not fully rural communities. We decided that family love is strongest in semi-rural communities. In semi-rural, in suburban, which are not fully rural, neither urban communities, small areas where people dwell together, live together, or exist together, and decided to do our kidnapping in Summit, a small town. Summit is the name of a small town which is a semi-rural area. We selected for our victim, our target, the only child of a prominent, a very well-known citizen named Ebenezer Dawson. Ebenezer Dawson was a very famous citizen. Mr. Dawson was known for his wealth, which he made from lending mortgages and making foreclosures. By lending mortgages and making foreclosures, we mean giving loans for property. Lending mortgages and making foreclosures mean giving and lending money to buy and sell property. Dear students, now write the meaning of the important words. By figure, had an idea. You will underline semi-rural communities and write the meaning of it. People who live in rural areas near cities on your book. Known, famous. Known for famous. Lending mortgages and making foreclosures. Giving loans to buy property. Giving loans to buy property. The kid was a boy of 10. The age of the boy was that he was 10 years old, with freckles and bright red hair. What was the hair color of the boy? Red. Bill and me figured that Ebenezer would agree to pay a ransom of $2,000. By ransom we mean Money that is paid to somebody so that they will set free a person who is being kidnapped. If you kidnap somebody, then you demand some money. That is called ransom. You may write the meaning of the ransom on your book. Money that is paid to somebody so that they will set free a person who is being kept as a prisoner by them. So Bill and me, we mean Sam, demanded $2,000. $2,000. How much money they already had? Look at paragraph 1 and decide how much money they already had. You will see $600. Bill and me had $600. You will see the first line of the second paragraph. Bill and me had $600. Now you will see this is third paragraph. Bill and me demanded $2,000. Wait till I tell you what happened. About 2 miles from Summit, a small town, was a little tree covered mountain. On the rear slope of this mountain was a cave. By rear we mean on the rear slope of this mountain was a cave. By rear we mean back. Back slope of this mountain was a cave. There we stored provisions. By provisions we mean supplies of food and drink. One evening we drove in a buggy past old Doser's house. We drove past old Doser's house in a buggy. The kid was in the street throwing rocks at the kitten on the opposite fence. "Hey," says Bill, "would you like some candy?" Here Sam defines that his friend Bill offers candy to little boy. The boy threw a piece of brick at Bill's hand. Instead of accepting the candy, boy threw a piece of brick. That boy put up a fight. By putting up a fight we mean offer resistance to an attack. But eventually we mean finally we got him in the buggy and drove up to the cave. After dark, I drove the buggy back to the village. I hired it and walked back and stepped back. Bill was examining, was overviewing, was studying, was observing and treating the scratches and bruises on his face and legs. Here, Sam is describing that Bill was examining and observing all the scratches and bruises which he had on his face and legs. In the entire action and drama where they kidnapped a boy, Bill caught some scratches, some injuries on his skin. By scratches we mean injuries, and bruises we mean, blue and brown marks on his face and legs. That's all for today. Summary of page 15. Up till now we have studied that Sam and Bill need $2,000 to buy some land. They decide to kidnap Johnny Dorset, a 10-year-old child of Mr. Ebenezer, who is a well-known rich person in town named Summit. When Bill offers a candy to Johnny, the boy injures his hand with a piece of brick. After some resistance, they succeed in putting the child in a buggy and tying him to their settlement in a cave 2 miles away. Sam goes back to town to return the buggy to its owner. Dear students, it's time for all of you to do homework. Write your answers to these questions in your notebook. You may take the help from the text. Where does Sam and his friend want to buy some land? Question number 2. Where do we find family love as the strongest one? Question number 3. What did Bill offer to the kid? Question number 4. What did the kid throw at the Bill? All what you have to do is to write the answers. You will write the answers by your own and you will take the help from your textbook, Oxford Modern English. Thank you. That's all for today.